everybody. So today's a new day. I'm getting ready to take my daughter to the park for a little bit. Yes, I know it's cold outside. I live in Kentucky. It's supposed to snow later, but she wants to go for a little ride on her scooter, so I'm gonna take her. So I'm gonna put on a small face just because I am have a little bit of self-confidence issues when it comes to the bags underneath my eyes. So to start out with, I always start with my e.l.f. Putty Matte Primer. I just take, and I have a little bit already on my finger, but I just take a little bit and I just place a little on each side of my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead and on my chin, and I rub it in. Now, I know I told you guys I'm going in for like a severe makeup haul next week. I am still sticking to a e.l.f. primer because I do like their products. Going with their Power Grip line because I like my makeup to stay. I do have issues with sweating even when I'm freezing, so a little bit of help always goes a long way with me. Okay, now that I think that's all in there, we're gonna go with my eyes. Now, because I am using a little bit of a shimmer and shine and stuff on my eyes, and I do trust the e.l.f. primer to hold my eyeshadow on my eyes, but I always use the NYX glitter primer, eye primer on my eyes just to hold my eyeshadows in place. It doesn't crease, it doesn't crinkle, it keeps all my eyeshadows in place for me. Just take a little bit. Just put it on my eyelid so that I can guarantee. I know I'm sitting a little too far back, but my new vanity hasn't come in yet. So, and that leaves me nice and sticky to keep my eyeshadow on. And then I let that sit for a few minutes, or a few seconds, while I do the other eye. And I am very new to this whole platform, I guess you could say, of showing people how I do my makeup every day. So bear with me. I'll get better at it, I'm sure. Okay, so the first color I'm going to start out with, and like these are all sample sizes because I did get a lot of things sent to me for free from some companies. This is from Araceli, I think that's how you say their name. It's a eyeshadow, and the color is Sombrero. Let's bring it up to you. It's like a rosy brown. I use that to kind of be my transition color. It just kind of gives me just a little bit of that depth that I like. I've been told that I do the 2016 makeup, and to be honest, I have done this type of makeup probably my whole life. I think the one thing that I probably will never go back to is that white eyeshadow and blue eyeliner. That's one thing you will never see me use again, at least together. Maybe separate with a different look, but so that's the first one. The next one I will be using is my cream shadow from Hikari in Honeydew. Like I said, sample size. Don't mind the mess of it. I actually love this color, so it's very shimmery. Like I said, I'm a neutral color type of person. Everybody's been trying to get me out of my comfort zone and to use brighter colors and whatnot, and I did put on my list of things to buy a couple of Jeffree Star palettes because they were out of my comfort zone. So it's going to be interesting for me to try some new things. I did throw some new and brighter and some darker lipsticks on there too, because I don't normally wear anything on my lips except for maybe chapstick. So it's definitely going to be something different for me. All right, and then the last thing for the corners, I go in quite a bit darker, but I don't put a whole lot on. It's the Balm Meat Matrimony. It's like a, I want to say it's like a burgundy brown-ish, but it's very, 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 very pigmented, so you have to be careful. The Balm has some really good colors. I love their eyeshadows. I'm gonna have to go back through that, blend them in a little bit. Now, I'm not like some who put the tape down on their eyes and make that sharp cut. I like the softness. Plus, when I do the rest of my makeup, it all blends anyway. Okay. Switch out there. Okay, I'm looking at the mirror, not at you guys. Now, if you guys see me doing something and you would think that I should change how I'm doing it, just let me know. But like I said, I've been doing my makeup like this for years. I'm 42 and I started doing my makeup at 13, so. Okay. Before I do my eyeliner, I always go in with my concealer. So, first I do, don't mind how messy this one looks. The cap came out from the inside. But this is L'Oreal True Match in Light Pale. And I do that color only in the corners. And then I use my Covergirl Trueblend Undercover in Natural Ivory, which is a little bit darker over in the outsides. It's not much darker, but it is dark enough that it gives me that more sun-kissed look when I go to put everything together. I think my mirror moved. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Looks like this side didn't get blended in as much as the other side. Okay, I do have, yeah. I'm not doing my brows. That does put me differently from everybody else. I think my brows look fine without any of the stuff in it. However, I have ordered some brow stuff to try, but that doesn't mean I'm going to like it. Right then. Meat Matrimony I use as a lower liner. I really like using this because It really brings out my blue eyes. Or the blue in my gray eyes. Okay, so after all that, I go through and I do my blush, my highlighter, all that stuff, and I set it, and then I do my liner and my mascara. This way I don't mess anything up. So, this I just had the name of it when I came in. Oh, there it goes. This is from Miss Fame. It's the blush palette. It's palette number 1. Now it doesn't actually show me which, what the names of each one of these are, but obviously you can see this one's my favorite, so that's the one I'm going in, and that's the darker shade. And it's buildable, but at the same time it's very pigmented, so be careful. I basically tap and go. When I'm doing an everyday, just running around and doing errands type look, I don't contour. Which is a good thing right now because I don't have any of my contour stuff. It's on the list of restocking. So, we got that. Alright, so this is from Julep Beauty. It's a highlighter bronzing stick. You can use as blush as well. It's in rose gold. I just put a little mark on the top of my cheeks. You can use your finger to blend it, or you can use a brush. Just to lightly get it on there. And there's still a little bit on the brush, so I usually just brush it on the top of my nose. And then the last thing before my finalization of my eyes is LA Girls Pro Powder. It's the high definition version. It's white. Be careful how much you use, especially if you're gonna have pictures taken, because it will show up in the pictures. If you do not brush this down, it will show up. You will look like a ghost. Definitely not a powder you want to wear for picture day. But as you could tell, I did not wear any foundation today. I just wore primer. And the only reason I am using a brush for my setting powder is my daughter stole all my little sponges for her Halloween costume this year and got nothing but black and white paint all over them. So I have to purchase some more of those. But either way, my little light brush here doesn't really hurt my eyes. It does leave some creases, but it is what it is. I'm 41 years old. I've got creases. Last but not least, don't mind me moving. My hip hurts a little bit. I gotta bring the mirror up because I'm blind. Is my Wet n Wild Breakup Proof eyeliner in ultra black. It's got a very, very, very thin tip, if you can see it. And I have to bring it real close, I'm sorry. There's one eye. And there's the other eye. Very simple. I don't really wing it. And then for my mascara, I use the Voluminous base by L'Oreal. It's a primer. And then I use the L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. So I use obviously the primer first. And because I'm not going anywhere extremely special, I'm only doing one coat of the primer on top and bottom. I let that sit for a minute. Oh, I gotta get these little hairs under control on my hair. Alright, so that's what that looks like if you can see it. Okay, and then one coat of this. Okay, and there you go. This is the finished look for me, just to go and do some errands real quick or take my daughter out and my son when he's home. Just little simple light makeup. Let me know what you think. Bye.